All right, let's get right into this. Part 2. Yeah, the last video only covered up to day 1, so I've got some ground to cover. February 18th, 1999. I'm tired. Last night, as a show of love, the other elders gave us mucho sweets and stuff. We were so buzzed we couldn't sleep at all. LOL. So, what'll often happen is the elders in the MTC will have their families nearby, and they'll just dump sweets on them. There was a number of ways they could do this. They had some places where you could put it in the drop box, and they would deliver it the very next day to the MTC, or your parents could meet you on the walkway on the way to the temple, or they could just mail it the normal way. There was a number of ways. But what often happened is, over caring parents or extremely caring parents, or well, hey, take your pick, right? We'll just load them down with sweets. And after 2 months of being in the MTC, of all the food you can eat, it's just too much. And so the older elders will bring down the sweets and deliver them to the newer missionaries as a way to bolster their spirits, but also fatten them up and get it out of their possession so they don't get as fat. Anyway, first class period, we learned everything I learned in my first year of Spanish at high school. Yikes. Setting a really fast pace. Elder Hutchison, whom we've dubbed Elder Physics, is an ADD like I am. He is so smart, very analytical. Humor goes right over his head. Oh well. He's the one going to Las Vegas West. I've learned a lot already. We've got this computer-assisted training to help us. TALL stands for Technology Assisted Language Learning. The program is for students to work at their own pace. I think this is a great idea. My PJs... Oh, gosh. I can't even remember. They were blue and they had a picture on them, but I can't remember what the picture was. Probably penguins or something. My PJs are a big hit. Everyone else has sweats and stuff. I stick out well. Ha. I've been telling them my emo Phillips jokes to keep morale high. It's high anyway. Oh well. Lights out time, tearing day, Elder Broderick. Yeah, I took the time as a youth to memorize a number of stand-up routines by Emo Phillips. If you've never heard of him, you look him up. He's hilarious. He's still alive. He's pretty old. I don't think he does touring anymore. The last tour he did, he came through. It was 2 or 3 years back. It was on May the 4th down at the USANA Amphitheater in St. George, and he was the opening act for Weird Al Yankovic. The only artist I've seen in concert more than once. And it was hilarious to see him live. The guy is freaking funny. All right, let's see. February 19th. So tired, smiley face. Tomorrow we got lots of pee time. We're looking forward to it. Got a letter from Mom, a gatorgram. I guess it had a picture of an alligator or something on it. I don't even remember. Elder Cooley got a camera and some sheets. The schedule is rigorous. We're adjusting well, though. Elder Blamel, he's the one that was going to Torreon, Mexico, if memory serves. Slightly more heavy-set individual. He really funny guy. Lent me a book of South American stuff like Paraguay. I haven't found time to read it, though. One of the things it had in it is a little snippet of Guarani, and the normal Guarani greeting of Mba'e Shapa was written in there, but since I had no idea how to pronounce it, I started calling it Mbui Shapa or something to that effect. I just faked it as best I could without, any real knowledge. And it was fun. I felt like I'd already, learned something from the natives. Yeah, I remember when I got that correction, though. Yeah. All right, let's see. I went to the gym today. I really shouldn't play sports, smiley face. I do decent at volleyball, though. We learned more Espanol. We are the second class of MTC missionaries to use the TALL program. It's that new. It's really good, though. After today's unpleasant experience, we have all decided to shower at midday or night. I'm guessing that referred to something that happened in the gym, but I really don't remember. Yawn. February 20th. Let's see. Where are we at for time? Okay. February 20th. Today we had a neat spiritual experience as a district reading 3rd Nephi. I am really beginning to love it here. Learned some more Espanol. I really think I am growing. The food is nothing spectacular, though. Got another letter from Mom. She sent me stamps. Cool. We were in class when we started practicing discussion 1. I felt the spirit very strongly. Then we began to read a discussion session in 3rd Nephi. Read and discuss. Began a read and discuss session in 3rd Nephi, the chapter where the Lord Jesus appeared to the Nephites. As we were discussing it, the Spirit overwhelmed a few of the other elders, including Elder Cooley, especially Elder Cooley. It was wonderful. I really think we all came out of that room different people. February 21st. Let's see if I can bring back memories of February 20th. That spiritual experience was important enough for me to write down, and I only have sketchy memories of it. I think I remember seeing Elder Cooley with tears running down his face. Yeah, that feeling that you only get when you're reading the gospel. And when you're reading it as a group and discussing it as a group, I mean, you've always done it individually, hopefully. But when you really sit down and discuss it as a group, it's a very different experience. Because you're sharing something very, very profound with other people. And especially when it's people you don't even know all that well. But you have this common foundation to work from, and it's just a gorgeous experience. February 21. Waking up stunk, as usual. They don't serve breakfast on Sundays. As a district, we all agreed to fast our lunch and dedicate it to helping us learn the language better. I recorded a cassette tape for my family, so they can hear what it's like here. I'll send it to them tomorrow. I have no idea what happened to them. I do have a box of stuff that my parents kept from when I was a missionary, and I just might have to go through that and see if those cassettes are there. Because that'd probably be a much more fresh memory. Although they do degrade over time, so I don't know. Let's see. We attended a class on preparation for the referral center. Soon I'll be answering calls from people all over the world who want to get a free item from the church, as well as learn more about the church. I think it looks like fun. Soon we will be going to a fireside, and then it will be good night time. Another day closer to Paraguay. P.S. Gordon B. Hinckley gave a great talk on missionary work. So, I got to see Gordon B. Hinckley. I don't think he was the prophet then. But it does say President Gordon B. Hinckley, so I don't know. I'd have to check the dates on that. Yeah, maybe he was the prophet at the time. Fireside from the prophet himself. It's pretty sweet. It's not my first time seeing him. When I was in the choir, in the Utah Valley Children's Choir, we sang Faith in Every Footstep. That was the first time anybody had ever heard the song. We were the first ones to perform it, and we performed it on the field at I think it was during the 1994 Olympic Games, 1996 Olympic. I don't remember what year it was for the Olympic Games, but we were announcing the symbol. No, I'm confusing memories. That was I was playing in the band on that one, not the choir. Faith in Every Footstep was different. That was for the sesquicentennial celebration of the church. Or maybe it was the sesquicentennial of the statehood of Utah. I don't remember exactly. But I know it was called a sesquicentennial celebration, and they wrote a brand new song called Faith in Every Footstep. And we sang it. We were the first choir to sing it publicly. And we stood there holding hands to make a path on the football field for Gordon B. Hinckley to walk through. It was pretty awesome. So now whenever I hear the song Faith in Every Footstep, I forcibly reminded that I was in the choir that was the very first people to ever perform that live. Bonus memory. All right. February 22nd. Let's see. Temple Day. We had a big meeting before temple time. It ran over time. We were late for the temple and we're almost late to lunch. The temple was great. There was an excess of spirit there. I wore a short-sleeved shirt and they made me put on a jumpsuit because of it. Oh well. Then we went to the referral center. In the referral center, we take calls from people who see our ads for free stuff on TV. We take their information and then ask if they'd like missionaries. Some of them say yes. Then we send the referral to the field for the missionaries to go to. It's a reliable source for contacts. I love it. I got 2 referrals out of 4 calls, and I can't wait to go back tomorrow. Over and out. February 23rd. More referral center today. We did outbound calls, frowny face. I answered many, many calls, but got 0 referrals. Oh well, I ain't mad. Smiley face. Yeah, outbound is rough. Yeah, nobody wants you to call and interrupt their dinner to talk about Jesus over the phone. Can't imagine why. Tonight we had a devotional talk given by Neil A. Maxwell and his wife. His talk on spiritual submissiveness was awesome. But the thing that hit me was when his wife was speaking. She meant to say love Christ, but she stuttered and instead said live Christ. She corrected herself, but she shouldn't have. Live Christ. Oh, I think that'll be my new parting words. I love it. Live Christ, everyone. I definitely didn't do that. I remember this. I do remember this, and I've always remembered this, but I never made it like my catchphrase or anything. Maybe I should. February 24th and 25th. Nothing particularly interesting happened these days. We are busy. I got 1 letter each day. On the 25th, I got 6 referrals in the referral center, a new record. Cool. Yeah, it always happens. You start recording a journal. The first couple of weeks, you're really strict day. And then you just start to get bogged down in stuff. And you put that on the side burner and 2 or 3 days passes, a week passes. February 26th. Today we had inspections. They didn't like my bed and desk setup. My bed didn't have a blanket on it. Well, it's hot. My desk was a bit cluttered. And some of that was Elder Cooley's mess. Oh well. The referral center died. We went to our other class and reviewed stuff instead. I got a letter from Mom and 2 more packages I've yet to pick up. You see what I mean about it's really easy for them to get sweets and junk to you? My mom knew every way. Good night time. February 27th. The referral center was back up and running today. I got 3 referrals. Got the packages. One had a bunch of stuff like photos, a fan, some air freshener, jokes, soap, tapes, and a letter. The other package was a shoebox full of cookies. Ooh, yum. Elder Cooley thinks I may need a blessing to help focus my mind on what's going on. I prayed about it, as did he, and we both received the message, not yet. Cool. Yeah, it's receiving messages from the Spirit. It does happen a little more frequently when you're a missionary. I haven't had nearly so much as after my mission, but yeah, you're really close to the Lord as a missionary, and the veil is thin, so you can pray for messages and get them, and it's really cool. All right, February 28th, and this will be the last for this recording. The last day of February. I feel good. No breakfast served today. We snacked on Mom's cookies instead. Thanks, Mom. We had a sacrament. I didn't have to speak. Phew. I had a good talk prepared, though. Oh, well. Yeah, as a missionary, before every service, you're required to write 2 or 3 possible talks that you can give at any moment. And therefore, and so when you're in the meeting, the branch president of the meeting can just pick a random missionary and say, you, come give a talk. And he'll often not even tell you what to talk about. You just pick which one was your favorite of the 3 you prepared. I put a smiley face on it. The fireside was awesome, though. I told all about it in a tape I sent home. We made a list of everything that mattered to us. We had 4 minutes to do it. The trick, everything not on the list would go poof after only 4 minutes. Yikes! It was fun, though, Elder Broderick. Yeah, I remember that because I had the presence of mind to include earth, air, atmosphere, the sun. Yeah, things that, if those went poof, we'd be in big trouble, right? Of course, I put Jesus on the list because you're a missionary. It's pretty foremost on your mind, but there's some very practical concerns when you consider you only have 4 minutes to write down a list and everything not on it goes away. All right. Well, let's just leave this one here and start on the beginning of March with the next recording. Remember, kids, I love you.